This is going to be a recap for our CWL war from this weekend against Evolve Your Game. And just a couple quick disclaimers here. First of all, I am sick, so if I sound like trash, that is why. And outside of that, I am still waiting on my mic. It's been about a week now, and I'm beginning to question if I put the right address in. So there is that buzz in the background I'm hoping to get rid of once I do get the mic, but it is what it is for this. I wanted to get this done before everything expired on us. So, as you can see, we did pick up a 4-star win over Evolve Your Game. We had some really nice performances, especially at Town Hall 10. We were a little slow to start, but we picked it up big time, and we ended up clearing with, I believe, 6 scouts, which was really nice for us hitting up top. We did get 4 6-packs from Town Hall 10 with Logical Jethro, FE 42, and Scent all coming in for those. And then we had Scent, Rebirth of Legend, and Dylan all getting major defenses, especially Scent, who picked up 4 Town Hall 10 defenses, and then he picked up a 11v10 dip fail after that, so that was quite stellar before he finally got cleared on the second go. So I have 6 attacks, 7 attacks. For this one, I'm going to have 5 for 10v10, and then just 2 for 11v11. We didn't do crazy at 11v11 this war, but we did enough to get a 12v12 attempt, which we were able to take advantage of. So I'm not going to be showing any of my attacks. I'm going to do that in a separate video to recap those and break down what I saw and what I adjusted. So we're going to start here with 25 on the enemy team. This one was Fresh, and this was Effie going in to start. He's going to come in here with a Perfect Storm variation, or at least that's what I'm most used to seeing it as. Anywho, so he's going to have the Lightning for the 2 air defenses deep in the base, gets the Town Hall down early with the Baby Drag, has an Archer starting to clear out up top as well. His Queen's going to get the air defense down at 9, and he's going to drop his King at 6 to help clear out the heavy trash. This is Fresh, so he's not sure about Teslas. He does lose his Baby Drag there. It would have been nice to continue to get value from it, but it did take the Town Hall down in a pretty quick fashion. Don't want to time out. So he does find out there's a Tesla farm down here at 6, pops his Queen, gets pretty much the exact value he was looking for out of it, just clears that side, gets a good funnel, gets their defense down. And then with his King's ability, he's able to take out most, if not all, of that Tesla farm, and it creates beautiful pathing for his Slammer, just going right down this side unimpeded, doesn't have to deal with any air defenses, and can just smash through. Drops his Loons and his Drags down. He does have the 1 Rage, 1 Haste, and a Poison. It is Fresh, so he doesn't want to get caught with witches in the CC or anything like that. And looks like a small CC, so good choice taking the Poison instead of a Freeze or something there. Stone Slammer is still going, just wrecking there. And at this point, you can see the base is pretty well wrecked. He's going to have his Loons come out and drop the Haste for him. Neither Inferno Tower was an issue. He's able to just clear through the core pretty quickly. And he does have that Baby Drag down there around 9 for cleanup. Did bring a little bit more cleanup. A couple Archers, few Minions, and a Goblin. And he's going to cruise through the rest of this, so let's put this into ×2. And this was a very well executed hit, especially for being Fresh. Good call on bringing the Poison for the Clan Castle. And he's able just to cruise on through. Time wasn't an issue for this one either. So, very nice triple there for him. And let's jump over to the next one. Alright, next up we have Logical Jethro with half of his 6-pack here. He's going to be coming in with a pretty small kill squad into a Loon here. Starting from just about 10 o'clock there. He does immediately run into a Tesla farm, as this one is also a fresh hit, so don't know if he was anticipating it, but it's always good to get that out of the way if it's not going to completely mess up your kill squad. So he does have Baby Drag, couple Giants, and Wizard or 2 in there to help funnel everything. And then he has Valks for his Clan Castle. He does run into a Hound Loon CC, and his Queen actually stays on the outside as both the Hound and Loon get stuck on the Valks. So he ends up being able to leave that up without popping it or having his queen waste time on it. So he doesn't quite get this Inferno Tower down, but he did get one down. He does get a good chunk of damage off. Starts the Lalo here from 9 going into 6 and over into about 4:30. Gets the haste down beforehand. They last, 30 or 40 seconds, so really nice there. Gets that high value freeze down, both Expo, air defense, and even the sweeper. Gets the heal down there as he's going to run into 2 separate wizard towers plus the Expo and an air defense. Still has that last hound up, soaks up the final black mine I believe he's going to run into. Has some skellies, but at this point you can see he has a ton of loons left up. He's already got cleanup down, and this one is already a wrap. Gets that last haste down, make sure everything gets through nice and easy. And that hound also is just going to remain up right there. Really fortunate that he ended up not popping it or anything like that. Alright, so we're going to speed through the last of this, and great work by Logical Jethro on the 6-pack. Alright, next up we have 42 with half of his 6-pack. Coming in, he's going to have a Queen Charge Laloon with a jump spell in here. Starts his Queen at 7:30, gets the healers down. He's having his King funnel down into the enemy King, and he's going to draw the Clan Castle out here with it. Here, he's going to pop his King right there. Has an Ice Golem and a Dragon, and this ends up being crazy close for what ends up happening. Here's, you're going to see, he gets the poison down for the Dragon, but it redirects from his Queen to his healers right there. He does have Baby Drag to help funnel this, and he is going to get his jump down in just a second. Improvises, dropping that wizard down, and his healers just hold on. And if they'd gone down, it's safe to say that would have probably been the end of that attack. So after the Ice Golem goes down, he does get that jump down. Has a nice funnel going. And this one was a cleanup attempt. Gets the rage down, gets the queen down, keeps going from there. He's going to start his Lalo nice and early here into the queen charge instead of letting her have to get through a whole bunch more. Does have to fight the sweeper a little bit, doesn't end up being a big deal as you're going to see. Gets second hound down, has more loons coming in, gets second haste down. Still has 2 more rage to work with, pops his queen right there. First hound pops, and he keeps going through, gets his cleanup down, and then he's going to let his queen continue to do work down there. Just goes down, unfortunately. Looks like he was probably looking at his Lalo at that point instead of his queen. Ends up working out just fine, though. That slammer still has a ton of health on it. There's a Troll Tesla at 9. He does have a loon for that. And you can see the cleanup behind has that rage and has another rage that, you know what, you probably could have swagged, to be completely honest, for this last Archer Tower and Tesla. And just clean up from here. So he ended up only having to invest 2 spells plus a poison for his Queen Walk, and it allowed just an overwhelming Lalo with spells. And a very nice triple from 42. Another shout out for the 6-pack from him. Just double check, that was the 3rd hit on the base, but it was different than the last 2. Before that, there was both a minor hit and a drag attack on it. So let's move on to the next one. Next up, we have Anubis, and previous to this, there's actually a couple Queen Charge Lalo attacks on this base, with one ending at 99%, which unfortunately cost Slick his 6-pack for this war. But Anubis actually looks at it a bit differently because it was Queen charging into a Hound Loon CC, so she decides to go with the Mass Miners. So she's going to funnel down here at 8 and 9 o'clock, and then she's going to have her Queen up top at about 12 to 1, with a P.E.K.K.A out in front of her for really good value. As you can see, the CC is offset a bit to the left, so she's not worried about that getting drawn to her Queen. Gets the P.E.K.K.A down, gets the Queen down. Has a couple wizards for funneling, and gonna put her King down here on the DE drill. Starts the miners nice and early, has her Slammer ready to go as well. base is decently wide, but it's nothing too crazy that it's going to cause any bad miner splits, especially since the king and queen are going to be able to get really good funnels. Gets the freeze poison down on the clan castle, help take out that loon. And the miners are moving along here. Did pop her queen a moment ago, and as you can see up top, that entire section is cleared out from just the queen and the P.E.K.K.A. Great value for the miner pathing. Brings the slammer in from 7 o'clock, and that gets to work there. So still has the hound up as anticipated, and still has a heal spell at this point, and has plenty of miners left up as well. Has a couple archers cleaning up at 3 o'clock, couple minions down here at 5. And as you can see, this base is already wrecked, and she's not going to need that heal spell other than, of course, to swag it. So, and that stone slammer isn't going to pop either, as all the troops inside there are going to be swagged as well. So that was a beautiful attack from Anubis. So shout out to her for seeing differently despite there being a 99% on the base. Looking at it a little different and being able to not just get the triple but absolutely smash it. Next up we have Dylan coming in here with a beautiful drag bat. As you're going to notice around the right Inferno Tower, there's almost no splash damage outside of it. So that's where he's going to look for his bats. He, instead of doing the normal king one side, queen the other, and funneling out a section, he's going to use them both up here on the 9 to 12 side. And it's actually going to be helped to clear out for his slammer pathing into that Inferno Tower. So, Clan Castle comes out pretty early there. This is a fresh hit, as looks like it's archers and a baby drag and a witch. So he does get the poison down, and that one drag is able to deal with the archers and start to deal with the baby dragon witch, but they're still under the lingering effects of that poison, so they're going to be able to get taken down pretty quickly by those drags. Brings the slammer in from 10 o'clock, had the hound early to tank, make sure that while the drags were taking out the outside trash, they didn't take a lot of damage from that air defense. Gets the drag bat portion down. And as you can see, as the drags are coming into range at this wizard tower at about 5 o'clock, there's nothing to stop these bats from just cruising through the rest of this base. Slammer just pops and has the loons going in. Plenty to work with here. There's a cheeky troll Tesla at 9 o'clock that he's going to have his loons backtrack for. But he cruises through the rest of this pretty quickly, so I'm just going to speed up 4 times through it. Bats and loons go over there, has 5 dragons left, gets the cleanup down for the town hall and the rest of the base, and swags the haste in the middle. So, very good base identification from Dylan, just cruising right through that one without a problem. Back to back with Dylan attacks, this one on his Town Hall 11. This was, I believe, the 4th hit we had on this base, with Mock coming up with the original idea for this, and it being adjusted a couple different ways, and then being ran back almost identical by Dylan, except he didn't use a jump like Mock did. He just let his queen beat through walls so he could have a 3rd heal for the miners. So he does have a double E-drag funnel going on here, one at 12 and one at 3. Gets the queen down at about 1 o'clock. And she's going to come through here and have the wall wrecker lead for her going into about 2:30. So, E-Drag gets good solid funnel at 12, and this one down here at 3 gets really good value, letting the queen stay inside the base instead of having to beat through a bunch of trash. Gets the wall wrecker down at 2 o'clock. Man, what a lightning from that E-Drag. A lot of damage on a lot of those core buildings. Gets his king down at 8 o'clock, as he's going to pop that in just a sec to deal with the enemy king and create the pathing for the miners coming in. Does set off the clan castle, able to deal with that pretty quickly though. He does have my favorite clan castle for queen chargers, which is the 2 Ice Golem Loon CC. Loon to soak up any black bombs that might be in the area, and then the 2 Ice Golems are effectively like an extra rage, at least how I view it. So he's able to cruise through that, gets the clan castle down, starts the miners from 10 o'clock. and make sure they get into the core. He does have a little bit of a split, as you can see. There is the Expo and the Clan Castle there. He does have his queen still up, gonna pop her ability, so he's gonna be able to save that rage for now, as this is where Mach used the jump, but it just wasn't enough for the miners. Sorry, hiccups. Just wasn't enough for the miners to push through right there, but he's able to use that rage for the miners, keep pushing that through, and they're going to be able to clean up the rest of this base. Here, as you can see, I'm just moving through 7 o'clock. He's going to get that last heal down as the bomb tower goes off, as he still has to get through that Inferno tower. And he does have Archer for the corner at 3 o'clock. Alright, we're going to go 2 times speed for the finish of this, as the miners finish cleaning up this base, getting into the core to help finish off the Expo and Archer Tower, along with a couple trash buildings in the middle there. So, very nice attack there from Dylan. Really good, not just looking at the most recent attack, but going back to the first one and adjusting that how he saw fit to pick up that triple. So we're going to bump over to the next one, which is going to be Alf. Next up is Alf. This is going to be a beautiful looking fresh triple. He's coming in with a very heavy hog hit, and he's going to take advantage of these back end heroes. Has the E-Drag funnel starting at 3, and Baby Drag Loon funnel down here at 6 to make sure nothing's going to walk on him. And he's going to have 5 bowlers with his kill squad along with a P.E.K.K.A. and both of his king and queen. Here, as he's making sure funnel gets down, he's going to let E-Drag start to get the shot off here to continue the funnel. Gets pretty solid value from that E-Drag, gets the P.E.K.K.A. down, gets his king, queen, and warden down, and he's going to end up getting crazy value for such a small kill squad. His queen does go back in, gets the poison down, take care of the squishy CC. And he doesn't have a jump or anything here, but he's actually going to be able to beat through these walls, and he's going to start his hogs nice and early as well to get rid of that Inferno Tower down there at 6 to let his kill squad continue to do some work. So as you can see, his queen is actually in the core of the base here, and she's going to get solid value pushing through a couple Teslas and the sweeper. He's got the hogs coming in all from 6 to 9 o'clock. He uses a wall wrecker here for some really solid tanking. He has 3 cannons and an archer tower on it. It's going to pop pretty shortly here, but I'd say it was definitely a good call on bringing that. He does set off the whirlwind trap. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. But his hogs are going to keep pushing on through, and he still has 2 heals to work with, and uses one of them right there at the Inferno Tower. And these hogs have plenty left in the tank, and they're going to cruise right on through. He does have cleanup down nice and early, a few minions here for him. Make sure they're going to be able to reach over the walls for stuff like that gold storage right there. And uses that last heal. Think he should have swagged it personally, but I completely understand just wanting to make sure you get the triple. And at this point, it's just cleanup. So really nice hit there by Alf. Really a crazy value from his kill squad for such little troop investment, in my opinion, especially being able to use the wall wrecker elsewhere. Alright, and that is going to wrap up this recap. We did have one more 11v11, and that was from Winnie, but I believe that wasn't fresh and it took a few hits on it, so I'm going to leave that one be for now. Alright, thank you for watching, and next video is going to be me recapping all 5 of my triples from this previous war, or no, all 6. So I did have 1 fail, and I did dip one, so I'm not going to redo that.